Welcome back to Shaman King 2021 Anime Review episode number 39. This will be the 39th episode of the 2020 Reboot Summit. Excuse me. This episode covers chapters 215 to 221. And with this very episode, the anime has exactly 79 chapters left to be adapted for the entire series. And overall, there are 13 episodes left to air. Yes, 13 as of this very episode. So we kind of have we have like three major plots going on for this one. First, I pick up last week, where Lisenberg and Yo are going to try to interfere in a fight between Marco and Lankern. Lotchet, I think his name is. The guy who looks like that character from Lupin III. So they formulate a plan. Yo distracts him long enough for supposedly Lisenberg to he makes a fake version of the Maiden, because they figure out, though, that Lisenberg is here to kill the Maiden Genie. And basically, that period of time, he managed to get the actual out of the water. Yep. And Marco, of course, who's still in this serious attire, that's why I think his outfit is simply boots, shorts, black shorts, like he's a freaking little kid, and a white shirt with a gun strap underneath it. And I'm like, this is his serious attire. Short shorts. Really? We think he is a woman? Yep. And then, of course, the maiden herself is basically freed, and, well, excuse me. As for Lucifer, the Dark Angel himself, he is defeated. And then, apparently, he is transformed to his true form after his defeat. Which, apparently, the true form is a car. Yes, a car. And apparently, Marco's Angel's true form is a car. Yes, seriously, a car. He does know to Lisenberg later on, like, your genie was perfect. The maiden was perfect, except for one thing. You forgot the keyhole. In the manga, he said the lock, even though it's technically there. You forgot the keyhole. Yep, I thought that was kind of funny. And they kind of, in a way, end the fight there. And of course, they reveal that, oh yeah, the whole thing they made in, that was actually a big fat lie. Yep, all done by Marco. Yep. And of course, Jeannie, despite the fact finding out about this, she's perfectly fine with Marco. And, of course, people who got beaten up by Lysik in the previous episode, they are not forgiving the Marco when they, later on, and of course, then we cut to the inn where Yo and Anna are at, and apparently the X-Laws had to follow them there in regular clothing. And Iron Maiden Jeannie, well, I'll call her Jeannie, she simply is wearing the regular outfit, the Holiger outfit she wears, when she's not in that outfit she wears, her torture outfit. Lisenberg is there in his regular clothes, not his serious clothes, his regular clothes. And of course, Anna has some reasons. Yo, why do you always bring weirdos home? It's so funny. This whole scene goes spot on from the manga, except that you make one major change here. The change is when Anna trying to get Yo to make his particular point, his speech, in the manga, she smashes the table. In the anime, she doesn't do that. Nope, she just doesn't do anything with it. Which is, I think yelling is probably a lot better. And of course, Marco's subordinates are not happy with the fact he tricked them. So Jeannie is like, "Oh, here's your coffee." To go with the chocolate, and of course, Marco tries to get serious by dropping his pants. And of course, you have Tanya is like, "Oh," like covering up the fact that he sees a guy who's sitting right next to her, and he drops his pants. No, he does not pull out his dick. It's him in his serious mode. And of course, everyone's like, calm down. You don't need to get serious. And of course, the assistant to Ho is there. Yeah, that little girl. Yes, and of course, Yo reveals his plan. He reveals that Ho will in fact win the fight, but they'll use that time to strike at him when he's basically merged with the Great Spirit. And they reveal what exactly the Patch Tribe's actual duty is. Protect the Shaman King. the Pats tribe, the officiants of the Shaman King tournament. And of course, they feel that the first round is about to end soon. Well, the first round of the tournament, and Yo's team, Team the Ren is going to be facing off against the Gossip in the very start of this episode, and have the three of them basically in a hot spring. Surprise the rest of the guys decided to join in for this little powwow. Oh, in case you're curious though, Ryu in the episode says nothing. Tamako doesn't say anything at all, which is kind of interesting. And if you're curious though, did the anime cut any dialogue these two had in the episode? No, because the two didn't speak at all. They're there basically because they're main characters. Menta surprisingly is here in the scene, despite the fact he doesn't speak a word. And you probably think, okay, like, oh, by the way, the only character's lines they do technically cut is the little girl, the one who's Ho's assistant. Yeah, her lines. She got a couple lines in the manga. Yeah, they actually cut her lines, which is, well, it's not really a big issue. Talk about host followers, like, I'm still here! And of course, they also cut the thing out where before the whole Smash table, where you have the X laws. X! Yes, they do that, which Marco does in the episode the first time. Second time he does in the manga. They don't do it in the anime for some reason. They cut this out. This is the reason why they smash table. Yep, and then begin the next fight where Team The Ren is faced off against one of the members of the top class shamans, and there's a minor change here. They do change sort of a camera shot, basically, this one, where in the manga, the guy who Ren is face up against is facing to the right. He's standing to the right of this big gold hand. In the anime, he's standing to the left. It's a minor change, and of course, Ren basically goes first against this guy because he's being the weakest, and apparently his spirit out of his power is to make everybody's power, making their attack power 0. Yeah, that's interesting. Yep. But this overall was a really fun episode. Not exactly a weird one like the case of Bonatos, but this was definitely a really fun episode. I'm definitely looking forward to next week, which is, well, it's getting closer and closer to wrapping up the arc that this one's adapting, which is the second round fight. Yep, it is. It's actually almost done. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, how many chapters are left to go for this arc? I mean, yes, the manga's got 79 chapters left. But how many chapters left to go? As this episode, there is exactly, and this might surprise you, 36. Yep. 36 episodes. Oh, by the way, next episode is called Humility. Yeah, the name of the chapters they cover this episode are Nerves of Steel, Angel Debates, Comeback Execution, It's a Supercar, The Summit, which titled the episode, I Must Win, and Locust in the Mud. Yep, that's as far as I got with that. My guess is, and this might happen in the next week's episode, it might cover, I'm hoping it still covers 7 chapters. It does not need to cover like 2 or 3 chapters. Like 3 or 4 chapters per episode does not need to do that. Oh no. The arcs come right after second round fight are actually a lot shorter. Invading the Plants, that is actually 28 chapters. Yep, 28. And the final arc ending is only about 15 chapters. So whenever we get to that one, that probably won't take too long to cover that one. My guess is about 3 episodes to cover that arc whenever they finally get to it. Yes, I think that in the case of this arc per se, given the fact there is exactly, was it 28? No, it's actually 36 chapters left. So my guess is they're finally going to wrap up this fight. If they continue doing 7 chapters per episode, they'll probably wrap this up in about 5 episodes. Yes, I'd say about 5 at the least. And, but what about the 28 chapters one? They may cover that about probably not that long. Well, it all depends exactly what they're going to do when it comes to the next couple arcs of the series. Though I have this really funny feeling that they might. Now, I have heard initially when they announced the series last year that they are going to go for the manga ending to the series. But the thing is, I'm thinking they might have to do at least 2 or 3 extra episodes to cover that. And here's the thing. Only 13 episodes left to go, and if they continue doing 7 chapters per episode, they're going to wrap up this arc in 5 episodes. 5 at the least. And probably bleed into the Invading the Planets arc. And that probably will take up about... probably about 6 episodes, I'd say. Yes, I'd say about 6 episodes, but that kind of means maybe we're going to see a stretching. I'm not really sure. Maybe like stretching out the episode time. I'm not really sure how they're going to do it for the remaining 13 episodes, but we'll find out and see exactly like how they're going to do it. Okay, so yeah, that's it, particular review, and that's it for videos today. Thank you for tomorrow for my videos for my haul from Comic Con, how I really Super the Kingdom, news episode for that one, and case closed. Okay, next video. Bye.